Welcome to episode 6, Kashing Part 1, From Refugee to the Richest Man in Asia. Here's the cartoon of Kashing, nicknamed Superman of Hong Kong. I chose Kashing for 5 reasons. First, I desperately need a living self-made billionaire. So far, I have done 3 self-made billionaires. They're all dead, okay, dead ones. Benjamin Franklin, Jesse Livermore, and Chung Ju-yong. If I keep doing dead billionaires, I'm going to have no audience. Second, he's a refugee who became self-made billionaire. Third, he has been the richest man in Asia for the past 15 years. I'll go into more detail later. Fourth, the author and Lee are originally from the same neighborhood in Hong Kong, which is North Point, Hong Kong. Fifth, he never went to high school. He is small education, big billionaire. This is the picture of Wang Jianlin, richest man in Asia right now. He's from China. On paper, Wang Jianlin is about $1.5 billion richer than Kashing, but in reality, Li is a lot richer than Wang Jianlin. Here's my proof. First, Kashing's son Richard Li is worth about $4.3 billion, and he got his money to invest from his father. Here's a picture of Richard Li. Second, Kashing founded the Shantou University. He has been very generous with charity. He has given more than $2.5 billion to charity. Add up his son's net worth, which is part of Kashing's empire, and his charity, Kashing is worth at least $5 to $6 billion more than Wang Jianlin. Move over Bill Gates. Kashing is at least 20 times richer than you. There are 2 reasons. First, Hong Kong has a population of 8.5 million people. The US has a population of more than 340 million. Second, Kashing's net worth is more than 10% the GDP of Hong Kong. Bill Gates' net worth is less than 1% of GDP of US. So in relative term, Superman Lee is a lot richer than Bill Gates and John D. Rockefeller combined. Kashing was born in Chaozhou, China in 1928. His father was the principal of a high school. In 1940, the school was bombed by Japanese plane. Soon, the Japanese also invaded Chaozhou. Here's a picture of the Japanese invasion. The Lee family fled to Hong Kong as refugees. Kashing was 12 years old. At age 14, his father died of tuberculosis. He was forced to quit school and became the only breadwinner for the family, supporting his mother and his younger brother. This is a picture of how refugees live in Hong Kong in the 1940s. In 1941, on the same morning as the attack on Pearl Harbor, Japan also attacked the British Crown colony of Hong Kong. The fighting lasted only 1 week. Hong Kong surrendered. 1945 marked the end of World War II and Japanese surrender in Hong Kong. Now, at the age of 17, Kashing began a new page. He had lost his father. He had seen plenty of war, famine, disease, and death. He had no money and no education, but he had big dreams. Kashing wanted to be a doctor. Since that was impossible, he became a businessman instead. Somehow, 60 years later, he became the richest man in Asia. This is a short video clip of Superman Lee now.
逆境嘅時候呢，你要自己呢問自己嘅條件夠唔夠？ 當我逆境嘅時候，我認為我夠。
This is a picture of Li Kashing 66 years ago. I think as a businessman, he's better than Bill Gates and John D. Rockefeller, given the hands he was dealt with in his early years, and also that he is 10% of the GDP of Hong Kong. But his childhood is still a lot better than the runaway kids like Ben Franklin, Jesse Livermore, and Chung Ju-yong. What have I learned from Superman Lee? I have learned two paradoxes. First paradox is small country, big billionaire. One would expect the richest man in Asia to come from Japan, China, India, or Saudi Arabia. Yet there is plenty of wealth from little Hong Kong. The second paradox is small education, big billionaire. A refugee immigrant who was forced to quit school at age 13 to be the sole breadwinner of his family is not supposed to get rich, let alone super rich. Now, do we really need complicated algebra and calculus to make money? In the next video, part 2, I will cover the 6 plunges of Li Kashing, how he made his immense wealth. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and leave your comments and questions below. I wish everybody peace and prosperity.